In addition to its rich cultural heritage, Edinburgh Castle in Scotland is famous for its mystical stories related to the events that took place in the castle. It is believed that the castle is haunted by many ghosts, the unacquainted souls of long-dead people. Under Edinburgh Castle there is a whole underground city. Its multiple streets and alleys hide countless legends. In the early 2000s, the bricked-up passages were opened up and became the basis for an unusual horror museum. One of the interesting places offered to tourists to visit is Mary King's Dead End. Its history, very scary, is connected with historical events. Mary King Dead End. Once upon a time, in this now famous cul-de-sac lived Lawyer King with his daughter Mary, who owned several houses in it. At that time, in the 17th century, Edinburgh was struck by the plague. It started in this very neighborhood. Every night, the monks took the dead outside the city and burned the remains there. But there were more and more bodies. The dead could not be removed in time, and the plague could take over the whole city. Rampant pestilence forced the magistrate in 1645 to make a decision to isolate the neighborhood that had become dangerous. And it was walled off. According to the official version, all the inhabitants of the quarter were resettled. But, according to rumors, sick people were simply walled up alive. Now, in Mary King's Dead End, tourists see only dark and silent tunnels with boarded-up windows and doors in the underground. As evening falls, the wind sometimes carries the stifled screams and pitiful moans of people buried alive. Many have seen ghosts here, including a little girl with a doll who was left in the dungeon by her mother, who had bought her a new doll. There's also the unaccustomed soul of Mary King herself, who wanders alone around her property. The ghost of the little piper. According to the tour guides, this story took place one August night several centuries ago. A red-haired, freckled, scrawny boy in worn boots and a plaid kilt inherited from his father, with a bagpipe tied around his skinny body, went down the castle's secret tunnel on behalf of the adults to see where it led. He was commanded to enter the tunnel from the top of the Royal Mile and walk until the underground corridor ended. To make sure the top knew where he was, the young explorer kept playing one of his tunes on his bagpipes. It was supposed that the boy would come out from the other side of the castle, and his progress would be controlled by the people outside, oriented by the sounds of music. But this did not happen. Somewhere halfway along the Royal Mile, the bagpipes suddenly fell silent, and there was a sepulchral silence. No matter how many people called out for the boy, there was no answer. The search was also futile. The adults could only reach halfway, and they were afraid to go further. The boy disappeared without a trace, as if he vanished into thin air. Now, visitors to the castle can hear the bagpipes playing and see the ghost of a red-haired boy in a kilt and with a bagpipe in his hands. For hundreds of years, the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo, a military parade of Scottish regiments, has been held every August in memory of him, with hundreds of pipers and drummers taking part. Its finale is also symbolic. One of the bagpipers stands on the ramparts of the castle and plays a sad melody. Another legend is also connected with bagpipe music. For many years, there have been rumors that people in the chambers of the castle hear the sounds of bagpipes coming from unknown places. Local legend says that it is the song of a lost soul whose ghost wanders forever through the tunnels of the underground city. The mysterious stories for which Edinburgh Castle is famous are not limited to ghosts. It houses the Stone of Destiny, which is considered a truly magical artifact. According to one legend, it is over 3,000 years old and was owned by the daughter of the Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II, who brought it to Scotland. Edinburgh Castle in Scotland is indeed one of the most mysterious and interesting places in the world. It is also a large museum where every room introduces visitors to its rich history.